Jennifer Robin. I'm running for the 410th District Court. And first of all, start beginning to tell you thank you for having this tonight, Leah and Conroe Police Officers Association. I appreciate you putting this on and giving me the opportunity to speak to you. It's an honor to be here. I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself. I have lived in Montgomery County since I was 2 years old and attended schools here from kindergarten all the way through high school graduation. I think Jason and I were the first grade class together. And with the exception of going away to college and law school, have lived here my entire life. I've chosen to raise my family here. I have a husband who's also a lifetime Montgomery County resident, and we have 6-year-old twins together. And I have a stake in this community because I've lived here. It's been my home for almost 40 years. And I have been a prolific contributor to both this county and to the Republican Party. I was in private practice for about 10 years before my appointment as the Associate Judge of the 418th District Court. I am one of only 12 attorneys in the entire county to be board certified in family law, and I've held that certification since 2007. In the 418th, as the Associate Judge, I hear a myriad of types of cases, ranging from simple uncontested divorces to complex jury trials. And I'm fortunate to work in a very efficient court and to hear cases every single day. Unfortunately, there are some policies and procedures in the 14th District Court that are contributing to inefficiencies and low productivity. And it is for those reasons that I have chosen to run for the 14th District Court. Litigants are being deprived of the opportunity to be heard by a court of law, and citizens are having to bear the costs, the extra costs associated with the inefficiencies. Law enforcement needs accessibility to a judge, at least one judge, 24/7. And we do have an on-call policy in Montgomery County amongst the elected judges. Unfortunately, or I should say, in order for that policy to work, all of the judges must honor that policy and participate in it, or else you have the same judges staying up night after night with calls all night long, losing sleep, and you have officers struggling to find a judge to review a warrant in an emergency situation. Additionally, the local DA requests that judges be available to review blood warrants on weekends and holidays. I will be one of those judges who regularly volunteers. Finally, as a district judge, there are extrajudicial responsibilities that are required of the position, including serving on the adult probation board, serving on the juvenile board, serving on the board of judges, and overseeing the county auditor and her department. Montgomery County pays the district judges, and all counties pay the district judges to perform these services. I will show up for these meetings, participate in these meetings, and perform the services that are expected of me. In conclusion, I will show up for work every day. I will give a full day's work. I will give litigants and attorneys the opportunity to be heard in a court of law. I will know and follow the law. I will be available and perform those extra services that the citizens are already paying for and being available in emergency situations to law enforcement for the reviewing of warrants. I will also gladly volunteer in the no refusal weekends and on holidays to review blood warrants. And I will go to the meetings, all of the meetings that are required of the judges by statute, and participate in both of those meetings as required by the statutes. In conclusion, I humbly ask for your endorsement tonight so that I can win this race for the 410th District Court and so that I can put the 410 to work for the citizens of Montgomery County. Thank you.
We have some questions, but in the interest of time, we have to be out of here at 10:30. We never imagined it was going to go this long.
Thanks, sir.
The first 2 candidates were very long-winded. What we'll probably do, y'all, our questions, they all mirror. I thought we just want to go with one email. I propose we email them our questions, respond to them, and as the entire board and officers and meet to discuss this, we'll just include y'all's email. I hate that we have to cut you short, but we have to be out here by 10:30.
Okay.
We still have one more to do.
I think say something, but I just talked to Roger. It just needs to be quick, but he's good.
Okay. Let's not do it. Can you explain why there are so many pretrial detainees in the Montgomery County Jail, and if elected, what you can do to alleviate this problem?
There's a lot of problems, and specifically to the 410, which is the bench that I'm running for. First of all, I'm going to start with the way that court is set up. It is the last court to not be specialized. Every other court, all the other 11 courts in Montgomery County have chosen and seen the light and have chosen to go specialized. So we have 4 felony courts already that are dedicated to hearing just those cases day in and day out. So the first thing I would address is it makes no sense to have a court of general jurisdiction in this time and age in a county of this size. And let me just kind of explain, for example, the family code alone had 1,100 changes just in this last legislative sessions. You can't be an expert in every area of the law when you're hearing that much. It's impossible. It's hard for me to stay on top of 1,100 changes to the family code. So that's where I would start with. You've got a court that's hearing all kinds of different things and refuses to relinquish the 11% that is still left over in that court. So first of all, that's some of the inefficiencies that I'm talking about and the low productivity that I'm talking about. Second, you need to come in and work every day and work your cases. That's also something that would help move things. But ultimately, the way that you handle things, being in court, having I know that there is an argument to be made for this video conferencing, but it actually, in practice, does not. It may save some of these sheriff's officers the extra costs of having to bus them over, but on the other hand, it also increases costs and it also increases detainees because you have to have that face-to-face with the judge. When you do it by video conferencing, the attorneys they can't talk to their client because they're doing it by video. The attorney and the judge are here, client's over in the courthouse, evidence are in the jail. And they have to actually get in, they can't talk to their client. How can you do a plea with your client not there? So things get reset, and they get reset, and they get reset. And if you have a general jurisdiction court like that, that's hearing 1 week a month of criminal trials, it makes no sense. That will move cases faster. And that's just my answer specific to the 410.
Thank you.
I think that's our last question. I think you touched on everything. What is the number one thing that you would approve of 410?
It would be a similar answer in that, again, I'm a team player. I'll do whatever is needed in this county. If this county feels that it needs 11% of cases to remain in a general jurisdiction court, and that's what y'all need, that's what I will do. I will hear those cases. I'll be glad to hear them, and I will be the best judge I can be in hearing those cases. I don't believe that that's what's best for Montgomery County. I believe that we have 4 felony courts. Each one could easily absorb the less than 3% of cases. They could easily absorb those, and they would be processed faster. And you wouldn't have the situation where you have a court only hearing criminal trials 1 week out of the month. So to me, that's the first thing to start with. And I think we talked about that. Assuming for a moment that the Board of Judges or the county believe that we need to keep it general, then, like I said, I would come to work every day. I would work these cases. I would have more criminal dockets. I wouldn't do the video conferencing. I would require them to come in because a lot of these people just want to come in, admit their guilt, and be done with it. And they're not able to do that. They can't do their plea without the attorney's got to run back and get the fingerprints and the whole bit. And there's this delay and delay and delay. And that's one of the things I would change.
Thank you.
Anything else?
No, you already Why?
Mine's been answered a couple of times as well. That was your making yourself available. How do you feel about making yourself available for the call out for warrants, the blood warrants, so on and so forth?
I love sleep, but let me tell you what I love even more. I love my family safe, and I love my community safe. And I appreciate what law enforcement does day in and day out, putting your lives on the line so that we can all be safe in our community. It's the least I can do is to answer my phone, open my door, and review a warrant. That's how I feel about that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Sorry.